This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, leader of the Labour Party, Andrew Little, makes promises for Dunedin. A local group petitioned the council around the use of LED lighting in the city. And the man who lost vision in his right eye at New Year's is still looking on the bright side. Good evening, I'm Holly Buchanan. Labour leader Andrew Little has promised Labour will establish a centre of digital excellence in Dunedin. The MP made the announcement today at the Innovate HQ. He also expanded on his State of the Nation address.
It was an opportunity for Andrew Little to answer the question, does Labour care about the business economy outside of Auckland and Wellington? Little brought in a captive audience to Innovate HQ, mostly from the IT sector, to make his big announcement. He says Labour will establish a chair of computer gaming at Otago University, set up a gaming incubator with a motion capture studio, and provide funding to attract more people to the city. Little promises the program, called Code, will offer jobs and breathe life into the Dunedin economy.
Having a centre of digital excellence makes sense in Dunedin because there's already an industry here, in terms of certainly a software gaming industry. There's good businesses here. What they need is support and assistance and promotion to move up to the next level.
Those listening in expressed confidence in the future of the gaming sector in Dunedin.
With the support proposed today, who knows where this could go? This could become a genuine international hub of serious games development, and that's really cool.
However, not everyone agreed with Labour's distribution of regional funding.
Yeah, it's a very cool venture. In terms of priorities, there are probably other things that could do with the money first.
Mr Little's visit coincided with Prime Minister Bill English's announcement that the general election will be held in 8 months' time on the 23rd of September. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
The Prime Minister utilised the power of social media, choosing to announce this year's election date through a live stream. The New Zealand general election will be held on September the 23rd. Prime Minister English says Parliament will rise on August 17th as the nation goes into the election period. If a social media fan base is any prediction of success at the polling booth, at this stage the outcome looks favourable for the National Party. More than 66,000 people like Bill English's Facebook page, just 29,000 people like Labour leader Andrew Little's account, and Green Party co-leader is liked by just over 13,000 people. And a local group against LED lighting has struck a successful chord with the Dunedin City Council. Dunedin Dark Skies have petitioned the council to shield existing streetlights and delay replacements to protect human health and wildlife. And as Roselle LeBone found out, it's the next generation that's making breakthroughs and finding alternative technologies.
The darker, the better. That's the goal of the group Dunedin Dark Skies. I'm Roselle LeBone. It's a victory for the little guy as the Dunedin City Council listens to local group Dunedin Dark Skies, who are petitioning for safer LED street lighting. The council wants to replace conventional street lights with white LED lighting. However, Dunedin Dark Skies has asked for it to wait until amber LED lighting becomes available.
While there is this new technology, there are ways to do it well, and then there are ways to screw it up, basically.
The council claims the cost savings of LED lights are significant, but Dunedin Dark Skies members believe safer lighting is available, inexpensive and a lot better for us.
Disrupted melatonin production, the sleep hormone. Its production depends on a lack of blue light reaching your eye at certain times of day.
The group says it is making headway with the council in reaching a compromise on lighting.
I think the general attitude is that, yeah, okay, let's look into what's actually available today, how we can make this better than other cities. being from Europe, I've seen places that already use LEDs, and they're not nice places to be at night.
Harnish says it's the next generation that's doing the grunt work.
We've actually managed to gather data that's useful within a scientific context in describing how Dunedin is impacted by changing the lighting over to LEDs, in which we can definitely confirm that the LED lighting that we're looking at the moment is much worse than what we currently have.
Amadeo Enriquez Ballestero says pupils as young as 11 at his school have been researching creative alternatives to LED lighting.
For the last couple of years, there's been groups of kids that have been working on measuring the light pollution in Dunedin and doing transects. Last year, there was a really detailed transect made of Dunedin.
Keeping our lights nature kind and night sky friendly means we will be able to see more sites like this on a regular basis for years to come. Roselle Lebone, The South Today.
And the Southern Police District is reminding motorists to drive to the conditions, with emergency services attending several road incidents over the past 24 hours. Yesterday afternoon, a driver lost control of their car in the wet weather and crashed into a bank near Mossburn. A car also went over a bank on the Glenorchy Queenstown Road. The woman driving the vehicle had to sound her horn in order for emergency services to locate her after she crashed down a bank. A fire officer was lowered down the bank to retrieve the woman. There was also a nose-to-tail crash at the intersection of Tweed and Liddell Streets in Invercargill. Police are pleased that there were no serious injuries in any of the crashes. The Dunedin man who was hit in the face by a falling firework at New Year's celebrations in the Octagon is philosophic 1 month on from the incident. Wayne Boss says his life changed that day, but losing the sight in his right eye is helping him see what's important with greater focus.
A piece from fireworks falling like these landed on Dunedin man Wayne Boss at New Year's, tearing through the iris and shattering the lens of his right eye. Resting at home recently, a month on from the accident, he feels like he's beginning to recover.
Most of the pain's gone now. The first few weeks were really painful and I had to be really immobile just to let the eye rest and all the sort of damage and blood clots and hemorrhages to sort of try and dissipate away. But sort of after about 3 weeks started to feel better, and we're in the 4th week now. It's been a month and I'm feeling a lot more myself, yeah.
After a few weeks, Boss is coming to terms with having no vision. Now his eye is finally open. He had emergency surgery at the time and has another date with the surgeon at the end of this month.
And I think that surgery is going to repair some of the damage and stitch the iris and remove the shattered lens. And I think we've then got to do the same as I've done the last month, let it all heal, let it recover, before the surgeon plans further work.
Boss says his doctor is quietly optimistic that he'll regain some sight in about 6 months. But in the meantime, he says it's unusual to be able to open the eye and not see anything.
So it's quite odd at the moment, because now that the eye's opened I can see it and it looks quite normal in appearance, but it's just not in sight. So yeah.
When he thinks about the possibility of his sight never returning, visions of what he won't be able to do come to mind. But he's not angry. A WorkSafe spokesperson says the investigation into the accident is ongoing. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, the Otago Regional Council are awaiting test results around the level of bacteria in a local lagoon, and why many of New Zealand's top cyclists are heading to Invercargill.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are
unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Laura and
Tane, Auckland, Commerce.
Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Travelling this weekend? Think slow.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
We're a 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Welcome back. The Otago Regional Council is testing algae from the Albert Town Lagoon as they believe cyanobacteria may be present. The ORC has collected a sample and test results are expected tomorrow. Signs were erected around the lagoon as a precaution yesterday while the Regional Council waits for test results. Visitors are advised not to use the lagoon for recreational purposes and dog owners are being warned to avoid allowing their pets to swim in the lagoon. Cyanobacteria can produce toxins harmful to humans and animals if swallowed or even by skin contact. Some of the country's top cyclists are heading down to Invercargill. The Elite and Under-19 Championships are taking place at the SIT Zero Fees Velodrome. And Cycling Southland are making their final preparations for the 4-day event.
Invercargill's set for 4 days of high-octane cycling.
Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill, outside the SIT Zero Fees Velodrome, where the final stages of preparation are underway for the Elites and Under-19 Championships.
The event starts tomorrow and Cycling Southland's General Manager says it's going to be exciting.
So we've got the best track riders in the country here coming to the SIT Zero Fees Velodrome this week, so Thursday to Sunday, Elites and Under-19, so the likes of Eddie Dawkins, Ethan Mitchell, Sam Webster, the Olympic silver medalists. They'll be racing against each other in the sprints, Kieran's and Kilo races, and we've got an action-packed 4 days of intense racing. It's pretty fast, wooden track, undercover, and they're just going to fly.
All up, there'll be around 140 riders in the championship, and Houghton says he's expecting good crowd sizes. He says it's an important event for the young guns of cycling who are looking to further their careers.
It's a big year for track cycling because it's post-Olympics, so you've got a whole bunch of under-19 riders starting and new elite riders starting to push for national selection. So we're just over 18 months out from the Commonwealth Games in the Gold Coast, so they're looking to put their mark on the race and put their hands up and get selection for the national team.
He says the riders will be going for World Championship slots over the next 4 days. With the high stakes of the competition, Cycling Southland is putting the finishing touches to their preparation.
Those final details now, sort of the photocopier for results and the time systems in place and everything like that. So we're all set up, ready to go. The riders have started training. We've had a full day of riders on the track today, preparing and getting used to our track.
He says the event will be the first chance for Southlanders to see the local legend Eddie Dawkins ride in the region since October 2015. I'm Ruby Spink for the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, we find out which popular tourist destination has men crossing their legs. And we'll find out what the weather has to offer.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Travelling this weekend? Think slow.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
The zoo? Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know UV radiation can penetrate through clouds, meaning you can still get sunburnt on a cloudy day?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
Larnac Castle on the peninsula is an ideal getaway, whether it's for an afternoon visit, to wander the gardens or enjoy the stunning views. Perhaps stay a while in one of our fabulous rooms overlooking the peninsula. Larnac Castle is a must-see, and you can now experience the castle's history via a self-guided tour. There's also Campus State just moments down the road and perfect for functions or your big day. Larnock Castle, just 15 minutes from downtown Dunedin.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garrador.
Welcome back. Queenstown is suffering from a shortage of urinals. At least that's the view of one regular male visitor to the resort town. The South Today Queenstown reporter Mina Amso investigates.
When a man has got to go, he's got to go. But in Queenstown, that means joining the queue for the loo. But ratepayer and regular visitor Sam Mukhtar has noticed, and he is blaming the longer queues on the dwindling number of urinals.
Ladies are also having to wait probably double the time for their turn as well, not to mention the kids.
And Mukhtar says the fact men now have to open and shut the toilet's cubicle door means they are twice as likely being exposed to bacteria by touching dirty doorknobs.
In balance, I think the disadvantages of cubicles probably outweigh the advantages that we actually had in the past.
He believes it's just not a great look for the crown jewel of New Zealand tourism. Hello, Mina Amso in Queenstown in Onslow Park. So I've spoken to a number of male tourists and they seem to think that the cubicles are nice, but they like to see the urinals again. It's easy, it's quick, you don't have to queue up, and they prefer it. Have you ever queued for a toilet in Queenstown?
No, well, here a little bit.
Yeah, a small urinal could cater for a lot more people, be a lot less work for the cleaners. It's a win-win situation.
I like the cubicles, are nice because there's usually a place to wash your hands with soap. That's nice.
Yeah, what's wrong with urinals, you know? It's quick, it's easy.
The Queenstown Lakes District Council responded to South Today inquiries with a statement saying there are benefits to users in the current configuration in respect of the privacy and security that the single stalls offer. While it's not clear where this controversial matter might lead, it is quite possible about half the population of Queenstown has very little sympathy. Mina Amso, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Labour leader Andrew Little has promised the party will establish a centre of digital excellence in Dunedin, making the announcement at Innovate HQ. Dunedin Dark Skies have petitioned the council to shield existing streetlights and delay replacing lights to protect human health and wildlife. And the Dunedin man who lost the sight in his right eye after a lit firework landed on his face at New Year's is recovering but faces more surgery. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Barry.
Holly, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
We have more reaction to Labour's announcement about the multi-million-dollar vision. So business leaders and civic leaders are excited by the prospect. So good news story. Bill English has announced the date for the general election, September 23. Mark that down on your calendar. So we've got a wee way yet, but the electioneering will start in earnest, no doubt. We have a story of a Dunedin mother who took her two sons on a family outing with a difference. It was to commit a burglary. So that ended up in court today. So read the result of that in the paper tomorrow. In sport, we have triathlete Nikki Samuels, who from Wanaka, who represented New Zealand at the Rio Olympics. She has retired. So full story on that in the paper tomorrow. We also preview the Black Caps versus Australia, One Day International, second one tomorrow.
Fantastic. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorns Emu Oil.
Starting with today's southern view, taken of the gardens outside the Southland Museum. Looking at the situation, no real end in sight to the changeable weather pattern covering the southern South Island for weeks now. A clearance spread through the region today, but more cold fronts and southwest changes are lined up for the next few days. To the southern outlook, fresh nor'westers, rain later and 19 degrees across the board there. To the central outlook, moderate northerlies, high cloud increasing and warmer temperatures in Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka. Fresh nor'westers and rain later for Te Anau with a high of just 17 degrees. To the northern outlook, Oamaru and Timaru, moderate nor'westers, some high cloud, 19. Omarama and Twizel can expect moderate northerlies, high cloud increasing and a high of 22. Mostly fine here in Dunedin tonight with an overnight low of 9 degrees and fine with a high of 17 tomorrow with sunny periods at first but high cloud increasing during the day. Mostly dry on Friday but rather cloudy with a moderate southwesterly change, dying out later and a high of 16 degrees. For those of you in Invercargill, it'll be mostly fine tonight with an overnight low of 9. Cloud increasing and showers developing later tomorrow with freshening nor'westerly winds, a high of 16. A high of just 15 on Friday, showers clearing and sunny periods increasing during the day with fresh cool sou'westers dying out. And that's it from the South Today team for tonight. Do join us again tomorrow. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.